Okay. Hello, guys. So, I'm over here. This is the first battle for today's commentary and analysis. Basically, what's going on is I am going and I'm going to start off with the comment. Doing these voice overs is actually really hard to time, so that's why at the beginning I'm a little off. That's fine. I fixed it. So basically, in this one, I'm really just trying to battle this T28 HTC. Now I just figure out how to take it on. So right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bait it. Thankfully I get help from the P44. The HTC is not having any of it though. He wants me. I attempt to circle and def him. And I decide not to do that. I don't want to take any more hits. And now since he's occupied, I went in for the shot. Now it's a 2v2 situation. Binter's really low. So basically what's happening over here is I'm going to try to hit it, but this guy is very armored, especially when a comet is dealing with it. But I do notice that the side is a little unarmored, and that's where I find and take the hit. Then I go and hit the T28 defender. But I'm worried about that ISU. Can do big damage, one-shot me. So I'm looking out for him. He's looking right at me, but he just missed. Now at this point, this was a mistake what I did here. I should have never just stayed there. Even though I knew he was on reload, I should have kept going back and forth. That was my mistake, and he got me right there. That was good on him. We ended up winning in that battle though. Next, I am in the Black Prince. So, we're going C, pretty sure. The Black Prince is very slow, but what I like about it, and it's actually the first heavy I've played in tier 7. I don't really play heavies. What I did like about it is it had good DPM, which is something most heavies don't have. Usually most heavies have high alpha. So here I'm shooting blind shots, and I'm pretty sure that one actually hit. Yep, both of them hit, and I killed the SC-100Y. That's actually great. Recently, though, I haven't been getting many blind shots as I used to. And you see, here I'm basically maximizing myself. And I'm almost shooting at a target almost every time in the battle. But when I see there's no more targets I can hit, I will move up. Or if I wasn't now, I would move up. Yep, I moved up. Alright, that's good. A lot of noob heavies, they just stay there and wait. That's the worst thing you can do for your team. Go in, especially if you're heavy. Just go in. another SC-100Y. They were tuning together, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were tuning together. Another SC-100Y is going in. And I'm going to take out both the SC-100Ys, so I took out the whole platoon. That's pretty funny. And see, this is why I like the DPM. Look how much damage I've been able to pour out, and I'm a heavy. I haven't really played the Blackbirds too much, though, recently, or I never really got to the tier 8. But I'm going to probably get back into it eventually. Right now, as of making this voiceover, I am right now working on getting the E50M. But once I'm done with that, I'll probably get back, play the Black Prince enough to get the tier 8, and then I'll see where to go from there. But yeah, my third tier 10 I'm gonna get will be the E50M. I don't think I can probably get it in around 2 months if I try really hard. And right here, I should have angled my frontal armor, and that's what I was gonna go and do. 4 kills, 1,940 damage, almost 2k damage. Pretty good. It's a good game. Now I am in my first tier 10 ever, the STB1, Japanese medium, also known as the best hold down medium in the game. Also, based on these commentary analysis videos, you can hear like a weird noise like in the background, like an airplane, hangar kind of noise. That's on purpose. I wanted to have a different sort of recording than most people, and I wanted it to feel like I'm actually driving in the tank while recording this. That's why I have like the cabin kind of sound going. Some people say it sounds like an airplane hangar, like cabin. It also sounds like a tank cabin, though. That's what I'm going for there. So at this point, I decided to move up, take care of the Yog, Tiger, or Jaeger bar. This is what I like to call it. I like to call them Jaeger bars. That's just a nickname I give them. It actually comes from a TV show called Grimm, if any of you have ever watched that. So I take out the 183 for 1 health, and then I decide to move forward. That shot unfortunately misses. That's okay. Now guys, this is going to be a long commentary analysis video, and they're just going to keep getting longer and longer. I only have a few left I'm planning on doing. Yeah, I only have a few left I'm planning on doing, and those last few are going to be long. That's because I want to get through a lot of replays, a lot of different scenarios of what I did right, what I did wrong. So that is what this series is about, commentary analysis. I probably could have side hugged him there, but at the time of this recording, I wasn't too good at that. That was a nice bounce. At this point, I notice him, and I want to take him out. I just got hit with HE by that guy, so I gotta be careful. But like I said before, this is the best tier 10 hold down tank. So, I'm using that. And that's game. Next, I am in with my platoon mate. He's in the P-43 Blitz. I am in the Comet. And this is a strategy I try doing. It's a very aggressive strategy and very risky. It can go really bad or really right. And I would only recommend it if your platoon is willing to do it. You yourself doing this will get you killed. Just saying. And it's, like I said, very risky. There are way more safe maneuvers you could do. But I like to change things up. So basically, the point of this is to say hey to their heavies and make them turn their attention to us, or just farm damage off them. Either way, it takes their attention away from my team, which is what I want to do. I want to take as much heat as possible without dying, of course. And of course, me and my platoon are both exchanging hits on this guy. And like I said, I want to get their heavy's attention. So I end up shooting at T20. I want to get his attention. I've definitely taken the attention of at least 2 of these mediums. And our team is capping the base, so they are running out of options. If they want to win this, they're going to have to push forward quick. But they don't have enough HP or enemies to, or people to really do that effectively. And we're blocking their path down.
We didn't even scratch them.
So at this point, the strategy that we used did work. It was risky, but it paid off in the end. End up killing him, and I try killing this guy, but at the last second, the game does end. We won, of course. Now I'm in my all-time favorite, T23E3. So I went for a very aggressive push there. They're gonna be aggressive with me too, though. At least one of them is. 2 of them are. Now, if I was in their position, I would have definitely pushed myself. But they didn't. They're just waiting. And that's ultimately bad for them, because they could have definitely pushed me and taken me out. Especially with how many there are. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. They could have definitely pushed me. But because this guy finally is like, yep, I gotta push him, but it's too late. Too much of his health was lost. Same with this type. He's like, yep, I need a push, but his health is too low. He's gonna die. These heavies just gave up, which is good for me. I set them on fire. That's great. Now, heavies, don't ever do that. Don't ever show your back to your enemies. But you're dead anyway, so. Yeah. At this point, I didn't really care how much damage it took. We're winning anyway. And this is a weird shot. I don't know how that didn't bounce. Somehow I made that. Somehow. So now I am in the lupus, which the lupus is a very special heavy tank. It has, I think it's like 13 or 14 degrees of gun depression, which is insane. Absolutely insane. This thing, hold down, is perfect. And it looks cool, and its gun is amazing. I tried to make him move because, yeah, we need to move up. Trying to get him to move. See if I can make that shot there.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Nope, but I hit the IS. At this point, I'm using that lovely gun depression. I track him though, which is not fun, but what can you do? Now at this point, my team kind of just decided to go for these two. Kind of let go of everything else on the other two. And I miss again. This VK3601 is very lucky. And it's 2801, my bad. And I make that shot. That makes up for the other ones, I guess. That was a nice headshot. Now there's just a spicy and a blaze. Stubborn ammo has been killed. Now they capped a lot of things, but they lost a lot of health. But always cap when you can. That's always a good thing. Unless there's something time constraining and you need to help your team, then don't cap, but usually cap when you can, when you're free to do it, just cap. But if your teammate's fighting someone else, then definitely help your teammate instead of just capping. Okay, at this point, I am going over here. I think I decided to go right or mid-right. At this point, I notice the flank, so I've come back to fight the flank. There's the guy who shot me from behind, so I do need to worry about him too. There's two guys hitting me from behind, two Vikings. Basically, I'm trying to use this rock as a barrier between both of them, so only one of them can shoot at one time. Especially since I'm in a slow heavy tank. It's vital that I do this. At this point, all three sides of me are getting attacked. So I decide to push. Nice bounce. That's a kill. The last guy is over here in the middle. Take him out. M6.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
1,495 damage. 1,000 damage blocked. 3 kills. Pretty good game. Not gonna lie.
Let's get this show on the road.
So here, I am going to go up on that mountain and use that gun depression of mine. Now the reason why I'm not going to keep this series on forever is because it's kind of dry talking about the same maneuvers, even though it's different replays. I'm not going to lie. Look at that gun depression. Beautiful. Just beautiful. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. I just don't want to keep repeating myself the same things. And I'm mainly a medium player. Most of my tanks are medium tanks. I pretty much showed you in other episodes how to play a medium tank. You've seen how I play a heavy tank. Kind of, basically. There will be a couple TD games eventually. So you can see how I play a TD. I'm not a light tank player. I don't really have any light tanks I play, so probably not going to see much of that in the near future. But once I get that stuff down, I mean, really all this is just watching replays. 614 damage with fire. Amazing. Lupus versus Lupus. The thing is, this guy, he wasn't using his gun depression. So, he kind of was useless this whole game. And I killed him. So yeah. That's... use the gun depression. Use the gun depression. Yeah, basically all this is like replays and some commentary. But again, I don't want to keep repeating myself. So, this is not indefinite. This series is going to come to a close probably in 3 episodes. 3 episodes. Now, I'm not going to write finale, so it's not like I can't ever do another one of these. But Yeah, I'm gonna say finale. I just want to end the series. I don't know. Replays just take so much space, and my replays aren't good enough to just have without commentary unless they're masteries and other such things. And I don't know if I just don't want to repeat myself. If I can't keep making these videos on the same, just different replays. So, 3 more episodes. I'm calling it 3 more episodes. At most 4. 3 more episodes. That was a horrible idea. For some reason I chose to shoot HE here. Bad idea. Don't do it. I still shot HE. I don't know why. That was a mistake. So here I am setting myself up. That's another lupus. There's 2 lupuses on the enemy team. Oh, 2 lupuses on our team also. Yeah, at the time of recording this, that was the time of when they were on sale. So, that's when I got them. That's game awareness. I noticed that guy there, and I'm gonna help my lupus out. Again, picking my enemies. They can't shoot me, I can shoot one of their teammates. So at this point, I just got hit with HE. At this point, I probably should have pushed over there, but I decided to wait for them to come to me. That is what he does. But he's not going to let me get a hit at him. So I'm pretty sure what I do next is I start pushing up, which is a good thing to do. So here I just want to finish off this guy. So I finished him off. I'm going to take care of these last 3 heavies. I have the HP because I saved HP. And I'm going to go and attack. It's a 4v3, so they've kind of done a comeback. But it's not going to be enough. Because I will take him out. Go Lupus. That's what Vamos means go. The lupus of the turret in the back is definitely a different playstyle than I'm used to, but I think it will prepare me for whenever I do get that tank. I forget its name. It's a heavy German tank that also has the turret in the back, and the new one actually that came out. That one also has the turret in the back, but that's not a tech tree tank. I'm talking about tech tree tanks right now. Also in the comments, any suggestions of mastering heavy tanks? I've pretty much only mastered mediums and lights so far because I'm mostly a medium player. Just any comments telling me if there's any difference to mastering a heavy, or do I just do the same thing, go for damage, especially close damage because that gives you more XP, and go for gapping. Also, yeah, when going for a mastery, guys, what counts in a mastery isn't just damage. What counts is how much XP you get. So, XP is everything from damage to tracking someone. But basically, the closer you do damage to someone, the more XP you'll get. So if you snipe basically the whole game, most likely you're not going to get a mastery on any tank, unless you do mega damage. So sometimes it's worth to do closer damage and cap, like an SU-152. I frontline that thing most of the time. I don't camp with that because I don't believe TD should camp. I just don't like doing it. And if I do camp with the TD, I only camp in the beginning where I'm useful. The second I'm not useful to my team anymore, I frontline that thing. There's a lot of noobs out there that just wait and wait and wait, and they just waste their tank. It's such a waste, and it costs the team to lose. So yeah, think about that, guys, when you're playing a TD next time. So at this point, I'm planning on using my gun depression over this ridge. I think the gun depression with this high alpha on this heavy tank is just an awesome combo. Now, as of making this video, like the actual audio recording, the voiceover, they buffed all the heavy tanks, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot harder to pen in the Lupus, and they didn't buff the Lupus's armor. Because the Lupus wasn't OP, but it was really good. And I think now it's not going to be as good as it was, just because they buffed all the heavy's armor, but they didn't buff the Lupus's armor, so that's just a thought. But when I made this recording, the Lupus was still really good. This was before they buffed the heavy's armor, so the tech tree heavy's armor. So at this point, I decide to back up because there's two of them. So he decides to rush me, which is good on him. And I'm gonna hit his hatch. I do miss, which basically he should have me here. I should die, but he bounces one, which gives me a chance to hit him and take him out. Now I back up because his friend's coming, but my teammate took care of it. Another good game, 2k damage. I'm again in the Lupus. here I'm saying stuff in the chat. But anyway, what I'm thinking is after this commentary analysis series dies down, I'm going to have mastery videos, and then I'm going to have uncommentated, really good, like very close to mastery videos with like funny clips. I think that will be pretty good. And those will of course go out on Fridays. And I'll still have the other normal commentary videos that are not a series, but the commentary analysis series is coming to a close in 3 episodes. Because I feel like I pretty much said all I needed to say. But you are going to have to endure these long episodes, because there's a lot of content. Well, no, there's a lot of content to go through, but mainly it's a lot of replays that I did save, and I've been saving them for so long, and I just didn't want to waste them, so, yeah. I mean, I've thrown out, like, in the point of making this video, I've thrown out, like, 50 replays I had in the making of this video. So at this point, I want to flank these two over here. And it's very risky because the other two are right there. But I'm just waiting to see if they see me or not. And it looks like they don't see me, they're not focused on me, which means I can flank their buddies. I'm gonna flank this I6 legend. Oh, he notices me. It's too late. Caught you on fire. You are dead. His friend comes along, but it's too late. You should have seen me coming earlier. Now you're dead. That would have been a great hat shot if I made that. It just shows how good the gun depression on this tank is. It's absolutely amazing. A lot of tank. A lot of tank. As Bushka says. Nice. 3 kills, 2,000 damage. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm in the lupus again on black gold fill. And here I'm gonna go to B, because B is the best gun depression spot you can be in, hold down spot, you can be in on this map. It is also on this map, at B, but on the other side, where I got my Centurion 9/1 mastered, which is the first tier 9 I ever mastered, the highest tank I ever mastered. That was a really good game. That will come out on a Mastery Monday one day. I think I have 8 videos stacked up that are masteries, right? So that's 8 weeks of Mastery Mondays. But the reason why I have them stacked up like that is because I'm getting these masteries passively. I'm not going for the masteries. Except on the Leopard. I didn't get it, but that was a whole nother appeal. But mostly, I get these passively when I'm grinding a line that I want to grind. So, especially when getting into the higher tiers of a line, getting that tank from stock, which is usually trash, to good, and then playing it enough to get a mastery, takes time. So there will be weeks where I don't get a mastery that week. Or I won't get a mastery in like 15, 16, 17, 18 days. So that's already 2.5 weeks. 2 weeks, let's just say 2 weeks, where I didn't get a mastery. So if I didn't have them saved up and backed up, I wouldn't be able to put out a mastery Monday that day. That's why I have them backed up like I do. I probably will run out, if I'm being honest, especially when I'm doing the E50M line right now, and the stock version of the tanks are trash. My win rate was, for the last 30 days, was 61%, but once I started working on this new tank with stock, it's dropped. Like, just today's win rate, it's dropped to like 43, 44%, just because how bad the German tanks are stock. Not all the most of the tanks are bad stock, like really bad stock. That was a really good shot. I don't know how that hit. That was amazing. But anyway, yeah. Especially when grinding up lines, I won't be able to get a master every week. I'm not that good. I'm not that good. And I'm not going to pretend to be that good, because I'm not. And I'm doing it passively. I'm not actively going for it, because passively going for it is the best way to do it. So, that's why I have it backed up. And I'll probably run out, if I'm being honest. I'll probably run out. Especially when getting to the E50 and Panther 2. Those things are horrible and take a lot of XP to get. That's that. Also, eventually, once I get a bigger base on YouTube, I'm planning on doing like a poll in the comments where you get to choose the next tank I master. I think that would be a fun challenge out of the ones I still have to do. But I'm waiting till I have more of a base to do that. So there's actually people voting for it. Now again, I don't expect these commentary videos to have much of an audience because they're long and the replays aren't, well, they aren't top 1%. They're like top 15%. That's fine. This is more of a catalog of how to play the game and get good. This is more for earlier players, to just my tips and tricks of how to get better at the game and stop making the mistakes that hurt your team the most. And it's all from my own personal experience. I originally was not a good player back when I started 4.5, 5 years ago, and it took a while to get good. But I feel like these videos, they talk exactly of like the things that you should and shouldn't do, but they still talk in a way of like a normal average player, instead of like Mitzi and Bushka, which they're usually talking about the high tier gameplay, but there's a lot of tips and tricks they don't talk about that maybe for them it's obvious, but for newer players and more average players, it's not really that obvious. And that's why I point a lot of those out in these videos. Because back when I was learning, I could use someone like this channel. I mean, I watched Bushka and all, but there's some tactics that he didn't really explain in his videos. I had to basically learn them myself, and it took a good year and a half to really learn it by myself. And also, like, training with my clan taught me a lot. So I want to relay that to you guys, you average new players. These tips and tricks that some of them may seem trivial to older players, but speaking from my experience, I could have used someone that showed me replays of this, average replays, and what to do in these scenarios. Because these aren't top 1% replays. But then again, most of your games are not going to be top 1% replays. And I want to just show you guys how to act in these good replays, but you get them quite a bit. These aren't like 1 out of a 500 games, you know. This is like 1 out of 5 games, something like that. So 3 kills, 1,750 damage. But yeah, that's why I made the series. It was to be a help to newer players, show them tactics that may seem normal to other players, older players, but aren't as seeable to new players. Especially like a lot of new players, I used to do this when I was new, is snipe in the back in a bush, which that works, but it's not good. You should follow your team and use, especially I have to emphasize, use hold down gun depression. And I know it might be hard to understand at first, but think of it this way. Making it so you can shoot someone with the least amount of your tank showing, and usually if you have a good turret, only your turret showing, which means if they shoot you in your turret, it will bounce, it won't hit you. Try to use that as much as you can, especially if you have a gun depression hold down tank. Use it as much as you can instead of peekabooing, all of that. Because back in the day, I used to peekaboo or snipe, and those were okay, but hold down is definitely the best way to play this game. If you master hold down, you will become a better player. I can guarantee it, because speaking from own personal experience, yes. Now remember, when I was watching Bushka's videos, he did talk about gun depression, but I didn't really understand it. I had to learn it myself, because I just didn't understand his explanation of it. So I'm hoping this explanation helped you a little more to understand how it works. It's basically showing as low as your tank as possible while shooting the enemy. So that's gun depression, is seeing over the cliffs. And especially if you take a tank with 10 degrees of gun depression and take one like the Russians that only have like 3 or 4, and then go over terrain in a training room and just see from the same position what things you can shoot, especially over a ridge or like anywhere really, going down, looking down, and you will see the difference of like, wow, in this tank I could have definitely hit that, well in this tank I can't, and I have to expose myself to hit that. So in lower gun depression tanks, you have to expose your tank more to get a shot off, which means they can get a shot on you. Making that click in your head, once that clicks in your head, you're gonna that's automatically already gonna boost your win rate by 5%. But another thing, don't worry about win rate. Play the game for fun. I am a collector, so I played the game for the grind. I really like the tech tree system, the way it's set out. So yeah, and then I'm in the T23 right now. I've been talking about other things. I haven't really been focusing on the replay. At this point we won. So, it was the end of the game, so I decided to go on this ridge. Don't do that in the middle of the game. And also, never stop moving. Keep moving. If you're in a light medium tank, always move. Don't stop moving to get a shot. That's another thing that will make you a better player. Don't stop moving to get a shot. I cannot emphasize that enough. Okay. So here I'm also doing that thing that I did earlier, but it's only me doing it, which is not ideal. It's not ideal at all. for some reason my recording is cutting out right now. I don't know why, but it's cutting in and out, and it's messing up. It's messing up the voiceover. I don't know why it's doing that. That's really weird. I can't pause the voiceover, so I don't know what's causing the problem right now. This is not good. Okay. I'm gonna minimally talk right now. I don't know what's causing this problem, but I can't pause the recording, and I can't really edit the audio recording right now. And I died there. I died in the comment. I don't know if that already happened. I died in the comment. So in the next game, I do attack the SU 100Y, and I end up killing him. So in this recording, all I wanted to really show was, I don't know, just underneath this comment. Really sorry for this, guys. Technical issues on my side here. I don't know, it messed up the placement of my voiceover. My voiceover thing is now farther along than my video, because my video keeps clicking in and out. It's lagging. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I guess I'll just talk. Basically, after this game, the last game is of the STB1, and in that game, I play it really well, and I bounce a 183, a Death Star in my STB1 multiple times, and I take out a full Death Star, and it's very clutch. And I wanted to end off this video with a really good battle in my tier 10. So I think I'm just gonna leave it here for now. And let you guys enjoy these last few minutes. Peace.